there's going to be a very huge salary. This is one of the highest salary in the history of Napoli, one of the best paid player in the history of the club. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. And today guys, we touch on a very important story on Victor Osimhen, but also something about Manchester United and the rumors on Erik ten Hag. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, let me start with the breaking news because Victor Osimhen and Napoli have reached an agreement on new contract after a very tough and difficult negotiation because Napoli offered a new deal to Victor Osimhen around July, August. Then the negotiation took a lot of time, almost 5-6 months to discuss. They started the discussion at the beginning of the summer, like end of May, June. Then in July, August, the concrete contract was on the table. But then it took time to discuss, and it was a really complicated one. So credits to Napoli because it's actually huge to extend the contract of Victor Osimhen. Obviously, is a particular extension. It's not a 5-year deal with no release clause when you feel protected and the player is staying. In this case, is a release clause into the contract. There is a release clause, and also is not a super long contract. What happens? Napoli will come stronger out of this story because now they will have the possibility to negotiate in a different way for Victor Osimhen and also to be protected by a release clause, but also the player will have a different kind of chance to manage his future. What happens? The agreement is valid until June 2026, so one more season compared to the previous deal, 2025. Obviously, 2025 was dangerous for Napoli because the only way was basically to sell the player in 2024 or you lose Victor Osimhen as free agent in 2025 and would be a disaster. This was never going to happen. Osimhen decided to be respectful, to accept Napoli proposal, one more season, 2026, but with the release clause included. The release clause is going to be around 140 million euros. The details of this clause are still to be confirmed and to be described very soon, so we wait to enter into the details, how to activate it, how it works, the details of this clause, but the clause will be there and the clause will be valid in 2024, so already starting from next year, and this is an important detail. For Victor Osimhen, there's going to be a very huge salary. This is one of the highest salary in the history of Napoli, one of the best paid player in the history of the club. So more than players like Cavani, Higuain and many others. Obviously, I'm not mentioning Maradona as it was different times, but in general, this is a very huge contract. For Victor Osimhen, a big salary rise, well-deserved. Player of the year in Africa, fantastic season in Serie A, winning the Scudetto, destroying the Serie A. So what he did this season last season has been really incredible, and this season he's still performing very, very well. So it's very clear that Napoli are now stronger in their position. Napoli position on the January transfer window remains the same. January transfer window for Napoli is not the case to sell Victor Osimhen, so they would only consider that for the summer transfer window, but now they feel more protected, and Osimhen could also be happier because for the next months he will have a higher salary. So the agreement is there. Let's see what happens on the market. Last summer from Saudi they were very strong. Al Nassr, from what I'm told, Al Hilal and Al Nassr, both clubs were interested at the beginning of the market. Then the biggest proposal was from Al Nassr before signing other players, and then from Al Hilal before signing Neymar. In August they tried, but nothing happened. Now let's see what happens also with European clubs, because for sure Arsenal and Chelsea both really appreciate Victor Osimhen. The player was also in the list at Manchester United last summer, but it was impossible to negotiate with Napoli. Let's see what's going to happen, because the clause is there, the price is very clear, so let's see who's going to spend that money for Victor Osimhen or what's going to happen in the summer. But for sure, now the situation will be more interesting, and there is also a lot of rumors around the situation of Erik ten Hag as always at Manchester United. Many people mentioning that under Sir Jim Ratcliffe, his job could be under threat. Guys, the reality is that from what I'm hearing, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is still focusing at the moment on the board. He wants to take care of the board in the best way because the Qatari were going to buy 100% of Man United and to change everything, to have different power, and so people were excited about that. Sir Jim Ratcliffe knows that now people will judge him on the sporting control. He's just buying a 25% of the club. He's not changing everything immediately, but the sporting control is important, the board is important, and this is why Sir Jim Ratcliffe is taking care of that in the best way possible. The new CEO with Blank imminent, but also new people into the board to take care of the transfer market. So the first step for Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the board, because it's crucial, and it's also the best way to have the best feeling from Manchester United fans immediately. So the conversation is now focused on the board and on signing the contracts with the Glazers, of course, but it's just a matter of time. And then the manager is going to be a separate conversation. At the moment, no one told Erik ten Hag that he's under threat, so this is the situation. Nothing has changed. Obviously, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, as all the businessmen around the world, he wants to see results. So results are going to be crucial for Erik ten Hag at Man United, and obviously people into the board will do the same. So there will be a conversation with Erik ten Hag, there is going to be an exchange, and then we will see, but nothing imminent at this stage. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on these two stories, Victor Osimhen, Erik ten Hag. I want to know your opinion here in the comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao.